Hi, I'm Mary Margaret Rayner, and today I have the pleasure of introducing Angela Hsu. You might know Angela as the senior class's fashionista, or you might know her as the crazy talented artist she is. But Angela is so much more beyond her artistic talent and her fashion sense. She's a girl who's incredibly passionate about the things she cares about, whether that's her friends or the arts. She notably has the talent of looking like she has everything together while the rest of us look like a mess. Angela may be soft-spoken in the classroom, but she's never short of something wise to say. She's full of grace and a whole bunch of goodness. I know the class of 2020 would truly not be the same without her. So without further delay, I give you the amazing, sweet, and kind Angela Hsu.
Countless times, people have told me that before getting to know me, I seemed intimidating. Just last week, I, unaware that I would cause such a reaction, had scared a certain sophomore by looking at her after she proposed an idea I disagreed with. Instances like this happen quite often now, but I did not understand what made me so intimidating at first. If you asked me to describe myself, I would say awkward, quiet, and anxious, so obviously intimidating is not the first word that comes to mind. When I ask why my presence is so daunting, the most common responses are either nervous laughing or answering with various unhelpful comments like, "It's your face," I think it's just your vibe, I don't know, there's something about you, and my favorite, "Don't look at me like that, you're scaring me." While it is fun at times to use my signature glare to my advantage, ironically, hearing others say they were initially intimidated by me still terrified me. Without even realizing, I was actively repelling people I've never even met, and this was exactly the opposite of what I needed to hear. So when I could not come up with an explanation, I asked Google why I was so intimidating. As expected, I didn't find anything very worthy to be read or any tips that were particularly helpful. However, I did come across an article titled, "Why Being Called Intimidating is the Greatest Compliment." According to the article, I exude mystery and inspire fear. I inspire fear. At this point, I did not know which was more concerning, the fact that the author of this article thinks that inspiring fear is the greatest compliment, or that I'm the one inspiring the fear. I started to find it so ironic because, if anything, I'm the one fearing everything. I was the person who calculated which VCR word I would have to explain in Ms. Ryan's class ahead of time so I wouldn't embarrass myself by mispronouncing it. I'm the person who rehearses my order at a restaurant before sitting down at a table to prevent any type of uncomfortable silence or waiting. So naturally, it never occurred to me that I could give off anything close to an intimidating effect. Now, continuing to scroll through the article and read what was apparently so great about me, my eyes landed on the phrase that said, "You exude pure superhuman power." Again, not very helpful, but at least had some positive connotation, and because of that, this phrase kind of stuck with me. Maybe being told that I am intimidating was something of an anomaly, and not necessarily in a bad way. I think people often mistake my quiet demeanor or unintentional frowning, eye squinting, and brow furrowing for a wall that makes me unapproachable. However, the people who have broken down that wall by taking the time to actually get to know me now tell me that I'm quite different from what you'd expect. What you see is a scary resting face, an accidental glare as I pass you in the hallways, or my excessive amount of pearl-covered clothing. What you don't see is my undying love for bread, the ease at which I cry at any Disney movie, and my crazy obsession with Funko Pops. As you have probably figured out by now, the point is that appearance says almost nothing about someone's personality. In my case, although I may look intimidating, the reality is that I am actually the one who is intimidated. So while I'm also working on it, if someone or something intimidates you, just walk up to that wall. Try to look beyond the surface, whether person or situation, and I promise it is not as scary as it seems, whatever it may be. Thank you.